we are coming at you from under. And it is the 1st of March, 2024. We are by the Spring Violet Dome. And today's challenge is it's a fairly nice day, and we have today and maybe tomorrow to deal with well, that was less dramatic, but there are 9 cords of wood here, and this weekend's activity is to stack them and maybe split them. I don't actually know. So they delivered us this wood. We asked for it to be 12 inches long so that it would be easier for guests to fit in the stoves, but it came in like pretty large chunks. I'm kind of curious if this will actually split. We're going to do a test right now. You're probably not supposed to cut wood right on the ground, but just for fun. We're going to see what happens if we apply an axe to this wood. Hopefully it also doesn't hit our truck. Okay. That actually cut pretty easily.
It was really good.
That was like butter. So, okay, so maybe some of today will involve splitting the wood. Anyway, we don't know yet. But we want you to stick around. In the next video, you're going to see our progress on moving these 9 cords of wood and dividing them around the property. We picked up some 2x4s from Home Depot because I have heard that 2x4s are useful. And Abby, what have you got there? What have I given you to keep a hold of?
A pencil.
Yeah, show the camera there. Our great pencil. Da-da! That pencil will be our greatest weapon today. So, anyway, stay tuned for our progress in how to use your law degree to stack 9 cords of wood for your glamping guests. Coming at you from Otter Pointe.
The Otter Pointiest. And if you're wondering, it is 8 cords of maple and 1 cord of poplar.
True. I don't know why I have this axe. We don't need it, but it looks fun. And let's get some stone with. So we just finished loading up 1 ridgeline bed of wood into Henry the Honda, and you can see we've made a little dent, a little dimple. So the next time you see us, we will be at Wild Rose, and we'll be thinking about how to make a frame to stack all this wood, and then I'll be using our fun axe here to cut up the big pieces, because some of them are pretty big. Here's a good example. So that's a little bit, probably too big. Good for a torso if you needed one, but not great for burning this size, I don't think. So ones like that we'll chop up. Anyway, we'll see you at Wild Rose in a bit, coming at you from Otter Pointe. I have a theory about how to make that side strong like tree. So we will see if this works. I'm gonna need my assistant.
Me?
I need you to hold the pieces. All right, so this is my hypothesis. So we built it against a tree, thinking we could stack the wood against the tree and it would stop it from tilting over. But I realized that this tree is round. And what are we gonna do with the second line of wood? So we have this 2x4 and screw it to the frame, and behind it, remember that huge piece of wood from earlier we were gonna split? Good thing we didn't. It is now a wedge, so that when the weight of the wood pushes on this, it should hit that first. This is my theory. And we'll see how it goes. We're gonna do a similar thing on the other side. Let's tune back in a bit.
You sure?
It's even more ingenious.
What'd you do this time?
Well, I put some 2x4s and then I braced them, but I don't think that's gonna, well, I don't know. I don't know if that's gonna hold anything.
Might.
It might. The other option is take them out of here and then put a cross piece here. I think that probably makes more sense. But we'll have to fix this so it's flat. Or no, we won't have to. We'll just have to move. I think that's probably better. Let's do that. We could do both, but I don't know if it would. Okay, new plan. theory. Yeah, okay.
So what'd you do different?
I put the brace on the other side of the wood, and now this actually has a little bit of resistance. So we're gonna do it here as well, and then all the wood will just lean. And then what we could actually do, if we had more wood, we could put a third thing in the middle here, and then put a cross piece. We could even put another brace if we were smart, but we're not that smart. So we're just gonna proceed to the next little corner here. And then these can one day be a roof, because I cut them the same length, they're roughly the same length. And then one day we can put a roof over top.
Wouldn't we want it on an angle?
Yeah, well, we could, I don't know, cut it or do something. Okay, hold. Just as we planned. So we have 2 posts. They're probably roughly 6 foot tall. And then just as I anticipated, there was a wonky gap, and this one fit between. So we'll do a little test, if you want to hold the drill for a second. In theory, I should be able to pull back and not fall. So it can at least tolerate a little bit of weight coming this way. And we know the tree can tolerate weight going that way because it's a tree. So the next time you see us, we will be loading this baby up. One thing I'm thinking about in particular is the driveway's over there. So I don't think we want it high enough. Because I think normally you're supposed to put these like against a wall. This it doesn't have a wall. I am the wall. And I'll not be here forever. So I think there's a risk of this falling over. I don't want it to hit their car. But anyway, yeah, we'll start racking this up. I have no idea how much this can hold. I mean, the thought process was it could hold a third of that load. So put a third of each unit. I have no idea. Now, my thought process is if it doesn't, maybe we can add more deep, but we would need another trip to Home Depot for that. And I'd also want to bring them my design. I call it the H design.
Not the I screwed up but got lucky design?
It looks like there's those optical illusions, and it's like a stairway, and everywhere you go it keeps like going up. You never really know where this piece of wood like starts. Anyway, I don't know. We'll see. Coming at you from Otter Pointe, we built a frame.
We're glad you're in charge.
Hello. So we've started the process. Obviously it's easy. The first couple rows are going to be easy. I don't know how it's going to look higher up. But we've run into the problem where a few of them are pretty large, too big for a stove. So that one wasn't quite as easy as last time. Well, it's not easy at all. This might be maple. I'm not really sure. But they cut easy enough, so we'll stack them now. And if we get any other largish pieces, we'll give them the same treatment. But basically, we got to get that huge pile into the stack, hopefully by the end of the weekend. So.
And I see you've added more wood to brace the original stand.
Oh yes. So the yes, I feel like if I lean on this, I'm not gonna give. So that's gonna be our brace here, and eventually the pressure of that will straighten it, and then hopefully we'll stack it up here, and then the tree will support it. I don't know. I really don't know, but it's going to be fun, and we'll see in a little bit. Maybe we'll do a few truckfuls and get it up to here. Who knows?
Well, we're going to stop at 3:30 because we have a guest coming.
Yeah, we got to stop at 3:30, but they'll have enough wood to last them at least the weekend, hopefully, unless they really like fire. So come at you from Otter Pointe. We're stacking them up. All right, so the guests are about to show up, so we're going to leave it here for today. But as you can see, we made a few modifications. The first is, instead of having large pieces of wood behind these, we just got like a pine trunk that I had lying around, and we put it there because I think it's going to support more weight. Like it's not going anywhere. Even though it's touching the tree only in one place, because of the length of it, I think it'll brace. We also got our trailer, our trusty trailer, because we felt that had more essence. now we made a little path. So I guess can try to come over here, select a fine piece of wood. I'm gonna select a piece of wood myself because we're gonna go burn it. Let's see how this one burns. And other than that, this is what we'll be doing for the next 2 days. So coming at you from Otter Pointe, we got wood. So we found the rare fossil of the ice shark, thought to live here a long time ago, and it was entirely made of ice and it fed on tarps. So you can see it's consuming its ancient prey. We've unearthed this today, but I need the tarp. So unfortunately, even in the name of science, we must destroy the ancient tooth. If you don't try this at home, success. Coming at you from Otter Pointe. We have destroyed the ice shark. Hello. It's coming at you from Otter Pointe, and it is March the 3rd, I think. One thing we want to show you is our wood pile, which you saw a couple videos ago, and it was pretty big. You can see the dark patch on the ground where it started. So that was the outline before we started, and now we're slowly eroding it towards the back. Still quite a bit to go. And Abby, what did you find here?
It hailed a couple days ago, and the way the wood froze and was tarped, a lot of the hail was stuck to the wood, so we can see how big it was. I thought that was kind of fun.
So this is a fun archaeological evidence of the weather over the last few days. It's been some weird weather. When this was dropped off, there was torrential monsoons, then hail, and then it got really warm. So it's been very strange. Also, we have worked a little bit on the wood cradle for spring violet, where we currently are. And I'm not gonna lie, it doesn't look the best, but I'm hoping it'll do the trick. Essentially, this is sort of a concave valley. We wanted to put it here because there's not really anywhere else nearby that's convenient for guests, but it resulted in this abomination at several angles. And it's 3 rows deep, which I'm realizing now might not be super convenient. But anyway, it's braced against a tree like before, so that's good. And on this side, it's braced against itself, which is probably not as good. But anyway, it's about 3 o'clock, so we're gonna keep working till the sun goes down, and we'll have one more day to get all this wood tidied up before our guests come, because they are, I think, photographers. So we probably don't want this to be the first thing they see and photograph. Anyway, Abby, am I missing anything?
I think that's good.
Then we're coming at you from Otter Pointe, the woodiest. Hello, it is March the 3rd at Otter Pointe. We are at Wild Rose. It's about 3 o'clock in the afternoon. It's notable because this frame, which was empty when we built it, obviously, is now full. It is 16 feet long, and I'm gonna guess 3.5 feet wide. I'm not gonna lie, this has been an experiment. I don't know if this is actually structurally sound, but I don't think it's gonna fall on anybody in the near future. Keep our fingers crossed, and hopefully it will get lots of aeration and dry out nicely. So there you go. So there's one dome fully provisioned. Now I don't know how much of the wood pile this actually is. I don't think it's quite a third, so I don't know where we're going to put the rest of the wood, but that is a problem for the next video. So Abby, what do you think of our structure here?
It's taller than me.
Mm-hmm.
Pretty impressive.
Yeah. I think it looks pretty good. And like I say, the importance is, will it stand or will it fall? But anyway, it looks great. So we'll put the tarp on, and we'll see you in the next video. Coming at you from Otter Pointe. Otter Pointe. All right, welcome back for our last video of today. It is March the 3rd, this Sunday. And if you look to your right, you will see, remember that terrifying abomination of a cradle that was here before? Well, now it's looking much better now that it's filled with wood. I feel like it's pretty sturdy. Like, despite its awkwardness, if I go behind it and I were to push on it, it's actually not moving at all. So we lost a piece. Can't leave this one out. This could have make or break us. I credit that to the fact there are 3 rows of wood here. I haven't tried that before. The other one has 2. This has 3. So I'm not a physics genius here, but I'm getting the sense that the more rows deep it is, the sturdier it is. So that's good. And if you look over at our pile, we've you can see we've taken some big bites out of it. Now there's still quite a bit left, and a lot of what is left is frozen to the snow. So that's fine. Tomorrow we're going to make a frame and pile it up by Black Lily Cabin. So that's going to be a few trailer loads. Lots of fun because me backing up down a hill with a trailer is going to be hilarious, as per. And we've also turned our lemons into lemonade because a lot of the wood that came is like weirdly shaped like this. This is what was a piece of wood given to us. Hard to stack this unless you're making a chariot. You will not need it. But we've used one of the weird pieces to make a chopping block. You can see over there. And the little ones, Abby's been collecting these for kindling. So I'm gonna take, save a hour or 2 splitting kindling because for some reason this firewood comes with tons of kindling. So what do you think, Abby? Should we tarp this up? Tarp that up and call it a day?
Yes.
And Abby, what's your experience with this firewood situation?
I really didn't expect it would take this much effort. Or that there would be this much wood, to be honest.
It really has been a labor of love. But what can you say? I mean, pretty well everything went wrong that could. And knock on wood, we don't lose any fingers or anything, but much of the wood was too big, like needed to be split. So I've split probably 20% of the wood that's come in here. So that takes a while. Some of it's rotten. We didn't have any frames for it. And we're moving it 50 meters that way, 40 meters that way, 3 meters this way. But still, it's a long way because there's little shrubs.
And the ground is really uneven, and we fell so many times trying to get the wood over these weird ridges and ice piles.
You don't account for shrubs. That's the moral. Anyway, good. We've definitely learned some lessons about the next time we order wood. I don't know when we're going to need wood again. Probably not for another decade or 2. But coming at us from Otter Pointe, we have hail, we have wood frozen into the ice. Huh?
Yeah, and you did a great job with this, I have to say. Way better than I thought.
It does look better, and it seems sturdy. And here's hoping. Now, the nice thing about this, that I actually didn't think about until right now, but I'm going to pretend I considered if asked, is that there is actually air coming up from below. This is on pallets, which is on 2x4 sort of frame. So there's going to be a lot of airflow, circulation in this. It's going to season it a lot faster, I think, despite the fact it's 3 rows deep. So I may be a genius. Hard to say for sure, given this feedback other people give me at times. But I would like to think I am. And other than that...
in summary, I like to think I'm a genius.
Yeah, I would say that's a fair concluding statement. I am a wood genius. And even though this looks like a 4-year-old made it in shop class, although why a 4-year-old is attending shop class? They should not attend shop class. There's too many blades for a 4-year-old. And they wouldn't really appreciate it anyway. I think that's the moral also.
All right, I think you've talked too much today.
I gotta put away this rake.
Okay. Coming at you from Otter Pointe, we have accomplished something.
Raking wood. Hello everyone, coming at you from Otter Pointe. It is March the 4th and it is such a warm day, 2024, such a warm day that we decided to open the chicken run door. And it just so happened that the path we kept shoveled is not snowy, and chickens don't mind walking on wet gravel. Apparently Philippe the rooster doesn't mind snow either. So this is sort of the first day they're really going to get to explore. And there was a bit of ice here I couldn't get rid of, so hopefully they go over the ramp and can make it to the Garden of Eden, which in this case is a swamp pit. But I think they're really going to like it. So what I'm going to try and do to entice them is make a lot of noise. I'm gonna, sorry about this shovel, but I'm gonna, if I make some noise, it might attract them. And if that doesn't work, I'm just gonna go chase them with the shovel. So the shovel serves many purposes.
Oh no.
Be free! Freedom! Freedom! Don't eat ice while I'm pursuing you. So we've lost most of our flock. But some of the brave ones are still coming.
Good old Esmeralda.
They're gonna hopefully lead the rest of the pack. It's funny that some of them are actually brave enough to go this way. Go over the ramp, you silly bird. Yes, the ramp. You've seen it many times. Good, good. Over the ramp. Well, in theory, they would go to the promised land. Anyway, we'll check back later today, and I don't know how I can make this more enticing for them.
Put down pellets.
Some pellets, maybe? I don't know. I'll grab some pellets with my shovel.
He really wants the chickens to have a good day, whether they want to or not. It's going to be about 17 degrees here in an hour. It's about 14 right now. So as you can imagine, a dramatic change from what we've been experiencing, which has been last week minus 30. So chickens are loving it.
Pellets. Delicious pellets. So yum yum. Yum yum yum. Might attract a bunch of squirrels. Nothing else. And we're gonna really sweeten the deal here. There we are. And then put some at the end of the rainbow bridge, as they say.
That's for death.
Alright, is it? No. I found this in the pellets. I don't know what it is. Something weird. Some sort of cardboard. That's not good. But anyway. Okay. They're slowly following the breadcrumbs to happiness. Coming at you from Otter Pointe.
Chickens be happy.
It's randomly spring.
So the chickens have made it pretty far towards the ramp. Ian has to go get the chainsaw out of the watershed. He's trying not to disturb the chickens in hopes that they will follow the trail of pellets and go to freedom, because this giant patch of dead grass is exactly what they love. Something to play in and eat. So he's obtained the chainsaw. It's very good. And the chickens are quite close. So we're gonna have to go move more wood because, as you saw earlier in the video, we have a huge pile that we have yet to move, and we need to because there's literally a photography conference coming here where they're specifically taking pictures of Otter Pointe Resort. So that's a problem. But that's okay, because we will move the wood. It will be okay. And these chickens are having a ball soon, my friends. Led by your valiant rooster pigeon to victory. They're so cute. We'll check in with them later. Coming at you from Otter Pointe, with the chickeniest. So our ramp seems to have worked very well because many of our feathered friends are frolicking. I don't know if you can see, there's some chickens in a shrubbery. Esmeralda's pecking at a fallen branch. They love it. They're having the best time. It's about 17 degrees here, which is awesome. Hi Ian, what are you doing?
Well, it's not clear based on my tool selection. We're putting some tools away because we have done much of the wood stacking. So I'm going to clear out the bed of the truck so we can gather debris and kindling. So I'm going this way. I'll
Sweet.
report if I see, oh, that chicken slipped on the ice.
We missed it. It was behind you.
That's sad. Chickens are having a great time. I will go look for foxes also while I'm up here.
All right. Anyway, so our plan worked. Chickens are free. They're frolicking. They're having a fantastic time. They say happy March the 4th. We'll check back in and finally show you what we've been doing with Delta, because I'll be honest, it's been pretty hard work and we haven't had the energy nor the time to video because we've just been trying to move much of the wood. Ian versus chicken. Esmeralda won.
Hello. It is around 4 o'clock on March the 4th, 2024. We are at the Black Lily cabin. You can see the ice is all melting away because it is 16 degrees here. But behind me, just in time for the warm weather, is Firewood. Okay, not exactly the right time for it, but it's good for next season. And so what we've done is we've taken a pallet, some 2x4 rails, another pallet. We've braced it on these fine cedars. We've given it the protection of the cedar boughs. And here we have another third of the wood that was delivered. It's about 5 feet high, 16 feet long, and 2 rows deep. Let's have a look at it from all angles because we didn't really get a good look at it when we built it this morning. But as you can see, we have some good aeration in the bottom. And this time, hopefully it won't backfire, but we've left a gap between the rails. This will season it better, but hopefully it's not less stable because of that. This guy got away. So there you go. This is our final wood pile. So this is the 3rd wood pile now on the property. And what we're going to do is we're going to take our nice 16-foot tarp that we got at Home Depot for only $29.99 or thereabouts. And we're going to cover it, but not all the way because there's quite a lot of dirt and ice still on this wood. So hopefully the nice weather and the wind coming off the lake will dry it. And it's almost the same size as the cabin. So if the cabin burns down, we can just let people stay here in the wood pile. And they'll be close to the wood. So what do you think, Abby? Any thoughts before we go to our cleanup video?
We're gonna have to come up with a plan for wood at the campsites for fires.
Yes, we will. But I thought it was pretty easy to back the trailer up on the far side of this pile and load it in, so we can use it. Get the wood from here, I would suspect.
Awesome.
Coming at you from Otter Pointe. It is spring again, and the chickens were out. Hello, everyone. It is 4 o'clock on March the 4th.
It's 5 o'clock.
Well, it's 5 o'clock, but it's still March 4th, and most importantly, it is our last day, I think, of moving wood around for a while, because where I now stand is the graveyard of what once was a mighty wood pile to rival this dome. It has now been desiccated and dissected to various parts of the property to dry and to become nice tinder.
Do you want to show on the ground where the wood pile was?
Sure. So the footprint of the wood pile basically started over here. You can see where the ice ends and the kind of dirt discoloration begins. So it was around here, up on the snowbank. I'd say probably 15 to 20 feet across in terms of a diameter. And it would have been 15 feet high, maybe? 10 to 15 feet high. So what we have in the trailer here is all the little pieces that we've collected that were not good for stacking, not good for kindling, either rotten pieces or just like weird shapes. I know you could burn this, but in terms of stacking, I think it would make the stacking even more precarious in terms of the piles, so we didn't want that. We also found a board. So either the tree milled this before it died or this just slipped in there. Either way, this is all going to go to the landfill. Once the landfill opens up, it's still snow locked.
And by landfill, he means a place on our property.
That's right. That's a term we have for a little, it's a sort of a culvert in the backwoods that we put our biodegradable waste in, like trees, wood, etc. So Abby, what did you think about this whole process?
Wasn't my favorite thing we've done.
What could we do better next time, do you think?
Order smaller orders of wood.
Yeah, I think so. And make sure that the pile of wood, when it's delivered, is at the stacking location. We probably spent more time moving the wood than we did stacking it. Because we had to throw, well, first we had to de-ice it with a
Pickaxe.
pickaxe, yeah. Throw it into the trailer, drive the trailer around, back it up, which is a production, unload it onto the ground, then pick it up, stack it. So, no, it's definitely a good learning experience. I hope this wood is good, because if it is, we'll go back next year and we'll know exactly what to order from our friend Bruno. But in the meantime, we're going to tidy everything up, and we're going to flex for some reason.
No, you're saying you're strong because you moved all the wood.
I'm strong because I moved all the wood. I get weird directions sometimes. But I'm coming at you from Otter Pointe. And yeah, I'm glad I had today off because we needed that day. And we also, yeah, like I said, we raked up all the debris. So yeah, I'm glad it's over. That was horrible. But learning experience. And if Abby hadn't been here to help me, I think it would have taken me much longer. Because I don't like stacking 9 cords of wood by myself. Let's have a look at one of our favorite. This is sort of the ugly duckling because it really looked horrible when we first put it together, and this actually looks neat and it's pretty sturdy. I think it's going to dry nicely. One thing we're going to do is when the weather is warm, I'm going to ask Abby to take off the tarp so they can just really vent, because we don't want growth on it like we had on the other wood when it was under tarps for too long. So anyway, that's a story for another day. Right now the clouds are low. I think there will be precipitation, and so we are going to get to the chickens, tuck them away, and we'll see you in the next video. Coming at you from Otter Pointe. Otter Pointe.